I had one pretty significant moment with Mark where I had been limping on my knee for about 6 weeks and had an appointment with him upstairs from the Pilates studio that I work at.
As I moved her leg side to side, felt like there was some tightness through here, almost like the bones had been torqued to one side.
And I was down here teaching and limping, and it was like the joke with everybody. Went upstairs for my session with Mark, came down and was not limping and was completely pain-free like that within an hour.
So there was a couple things I did to help get things moving again, and then as those cleared out, the pain began to diminish. So most of the times when someone finds out I'm a Rolfer, the first thing they say is, "Ooh, that's painful." And so a lot of times that's my first conversation is about how it really shouldn't be painful, and it doesn't have to be painful.
When I came to Mark, it was really different than I expected. The first session, I come to this big guy, and it's very gentle and very light on the body.
I was first introduced to Rolfing at a yoga workshop. I used to teach yoga, and I was sitting around talking with another teacher, and she goes, "Hey, check this out." And she went from standing right into a split. She's like, "I never could have done this before Rolfing." And I was like, well, I'd like to be able to do that.
One time when I got up from Mark's table, and I have a lot of trouble with my feet and my arches and arthritic toe. And when I put my feet down off of the table, I felt my feet connect for the first time in a long time, and just felt like my feet were anchored to the earth, straight up through my spine to the sky. And it was a really wonderful, freeing moment.
From my training, we were taught how to work with tissue, and we were also taught about perception and movement. And so that's where I began to focus more on movement work, how we perceive our bodies and how that has effect on our tissue and how we move around. I'm looking at what's causing the issue to begin with. I try to use the appropriate amount of pressure when I'm working with someone. A lot of times I find I can get the most change with a softer approach with someone's tissue. It gives their body more space to accept the change and create greater change in their body.
The first session, Mark did a lot of work under my arms. Felt like he was doing very little movements there, but I could feel it significantly in other parts of my body. But my neck pain was gone. I was breathing better and deeper and fuller.
I feel really strongly that some people are born with the gift of touch and healing, and I think that Mark has that. I think he has that energy in his body on a very cellular level, that he's able to work with you and manipulate you and makes huge changes in your body that aren't invasive. And more than anything, when you get off the table, you don't have to understand what Rolfing is to understand that you know it's helped your body. Leave the rest up to Mark.
He does these things that, subtle movements that I don't always understand, and I think he is very sensitive to human body movement and being able to relieve the tension in the body.
A few weeks ago, I was online, I was reading this question, if you could do anything at all as a job, what would it be? And I thought to myself, well, I'm doing it right now. I feel like this is what I was born to do. I was born to become a Rolfer and work with people's body in this way.